Addendum is another important document when you are working with any type of buyer if the property has an HOA fee. In this case, we have been working on 1607 Triangle Ave. This property doesn't have a homeowners association fee, but the HOA addendum was actually attached in the MLS. So I want to show you what they did. This is not necessary, but they still went ahead and filled it up. They filled up the first page with the seller's information, the property address, the seller's initials, and the community name. That's all they filled up. This is totally optional if you wanted to have your buyer sign it, but honestly, not necessary because there is no HOA fee. I am going to use another HOA addendum for another property to show you what exactly you would have to do. Now, this is another completely different property, same addendum, just the 2 complete pages of it. First, you find the seller's names, and then you have to add the buyer's name. So we just add text, enlarge this little box to make the name fit, raise a pot as my buyer, the property address, buyer's initials, I'm going to add it. Assign field, assign it to Ray Zapata. Make sure that the seller's initials are there before I make my buyer sign. Name of the community, it's $9.93 fee quarterly. Now there's no special assessments. If there's CDD, then you will see it here. Now the buyer. So add the signature there, assign it to Ray Zapata. You can add a date, not necessary, because let's remember that whenever Ray signs, the date and timestamp is going to be next to the signature. But you can still add it if you want to. Now, approval, if leave blank, you're telling the buyer that he has to apply to be approved by the HOA within 5 days. And now, if there's any other special assessments or fees, they would add it here. In this case, they haven't. Sometimes they copy this number here and then they put it here as well. It's not necessary. Now, if there's any other special assessments, who is in charge of paying them prior to closing? Buyer or seller. In this case, there's nothing, so that shouldn't be checked at all. And here's the property management or association information. Sometimes they provide it, sometimes they don't have it, but that's fine. If they don't have it, you can ask for it later on so that you can get the guidelines of the association and provide that to your client. And that's it for now. You save it and go back.